The most dangerous man is the one who cannot be controlled, because his power lies in his freedom, not in the approval of others. Sigma males embody this truth in every aspect of their lives. They are not bound by the rules of society, the expectations of others, or the need for validation. Instead, they operate on a wavelength so unique that most people can't comprehend them, and that's what makes them truly terrifying. Here's a fact. Only 0.5% of men can be classified as true Sigma males, individuals who exist outside the social hierarchy yet command respect effortlessly. They don't seek dominance or submission. They exist in their own league, and it's their unpredictability, self-mastery, and indifference to societal norms that leave people both in awe and on edge. In this exploration, we'll uncover 7 unsettling behaviors that make Sigma males an enigma. But beware, once you see what they do, you'll never look at them the same way again. Number 1, maintain emotional control in high-stakes situations. Sigma males possess a level of emotional control that can be unsettling to those around them. In moments where others might panic, lash out, or crumble under the weight of stress, the Sigma male remains calm and collected. This isn't a performance or a facade, it's a deeply ingrained trait that comes from their relentless focus on self-mastery. Their ability to maintain composure in high-stakes situations often leaves people guessing. They don't overreact, they don't flinch, and they don't let emotions dictate their next move. This unshakable calm can feel intimidating, especially to those who are used to emotional displays as a way of gauging someone's state of mind. When faced with challenges, their demeanor conveys an unnerving message. I've already thought this through. What makes this even more disarming is the way Sigma males use this calm to their advantage. They can see through the chaos and spot solutions others overlook, often staying 2 steps ahead. Their ability to think clearly and act decisively under pressure is what sets them apart, and what makes them terrifying to those who can't match their level of self-discipline. But it's not just their actions that unnerve people. It's the silence in between. When others would explode with frustration or beg for help, the Sigma male's quiet confidence creates an air of mystery that people can't penetrate. It leaves a lingering question in their minds. What is he really thinking? This level of emotional control isn't about repressing feelings, it's about mastering them. And when someone has that level of mastery over themselves, it's hard for anyone else to feel in control. That's what makes their calm so powerful and ultimately so terrifying. Number 2, refuse to follow emotional scripts. Sigma males don't adhere to the emotional scripts society expects from people. These scripts are the unspoken rules dictating how someone should react in given situations. Gratitude when offered help, guilt when they say no, or sympathy when someone shares their pain. For most people, following these scripts is automatic, a way to maintain harmony and gain approval. But Sigma males don't see emotions as obligations, they view them as choices. When faced with situations that demand a typical emotional response, a Sigma male evaluates the situation through logic and his internal values. If gratitude is warranted, he will express it, but only genuinely, not out of politeness. If guilt is expected but doesn't align with his personal principles, he won't feel it. And if sympathy doesn't match the context, he won't force himself to offer it just to appear compassionate. This isn't about being cold or detached. It's about being authentic. This unpredictability unnerves people. They don't know how to handle someone who doesn't react as expected. A Sigma male's refusal to conform to emotional norms can make others feel frustrated or even exposed, as it forces them to question their own automatic responses. For someone used to controlling others with guilt trips or emotional manipulation, the Sigma's resistance is particularly unsettling. But this rejection of emotional scripts is also liberating. It allows the Sigma male to stay true to himself, free from the weight of social expectations. He is not bound by what others think he should feel. He acts based on what he knows to be right. This independence, while admirable, can feel alien to those who are deeply tied to societal norms, making the Sigma male not just hard to predict, but impossible to control. Number 3, see through facades instantly. Sigma males have an almost unsettling ability to see through people's facades. While most rely on surface-level cues to understand others, Sigma males observe the subtleties, the way someone's tone shifts when they lie, the micro-expressions that betray hidden motives or the inconsistencies between words and actions. It's not magic or guesswork, it's a skill honed from years of observation, introspection, and staying detached from the noise of social distractions. This sharp intuition makes them impossible to deceive. Someone might walk into a conversation with a well-rehearsed story or a polished persona, but within moments, the Sigma male has already dissected their true intentions. Whether it's a compliment hiding jealousy or a favor masking manipulation, they spot the underlying reality with precision. This ability isn't just intellectual, it's deeply unsettling for others. People often wear masks to protect their insecurities or to navigate social dynamics. When confronted by someone who sees past those masks, it can feel like standing in front of an X-ray machine, exposed and vulnerable. The Sigma male doesn't need to call out the deception outright. His unspoken awareness is enough to make others uncomfortable. What's even more terrifying is that Sigma males rarely give away what they know. They don't feel the need to confront every lie or unveil every hidden motive. Instead, they store the information and adjust their behavior accordingly. This quiet understanding gives them an upper hand in almost any interaction, as they're always operating with more insight than the other person realizes. The combination of intuition, observation, and discretion creates an aura of power that others can't ignore. It's not just their ability to see the truth that's intimidating, it's the fact that they know exactly what to do with it. Number 4, destroy power dynamics by refusing to play. Sigma males dismantle power dynamics with one simple move: they refuse to play. In a world where people either submit to authority or strive to dominate others, Sigma males choose neither. They operate outside these hierarchical games, creating a void where control-hungry individuals find themselves grasping at straws. This refusal to participate in power struggles throws people off balance. Authority figures, who rely on obedience to maintain their status, grow frustrated when a Sigma male doesn't bow to their position. Similarly, those who seek dominance find their strategies rendered useless, as the Sigma male has no desire to compete. By stepping outside the system entirely, he makes the entire structure irrelevant. The Sigma male's stance isn't rooted in rebellion or arrogance, it's a matter of principle. He values his autonomy above all else and refuses to let anyone dictate his actions or worth. This independence is both empowering and deeply unsettling to those who define themselves through their place in the hierarchy. Without his participation, their control mechanisms crumble, and they are left questioning their own significance. What makes this even more disarming is how effortlessly the Sigma male maintains his position. He doesn't need to assert dominance or engage in conflicts to prove a point. His mere existence as someone who cannot be controlled or manipulated shifts the balance of power in his favor. This quiet defiance forces others to confront an uncomfortable truth. Control only works on those who accept it. And since Sigma males live by their own rules, they remain untouchable. This is what makes their refusal so powerful. It's not just resistance, it's a complete dismantling of the game itself. For those who thrive on power dynamics, this is both infuriating and terrifying. And number 5, disappear without warning. A Sigma male's ability to disappear without warning is one of his most unnerving traits. Unlike most people who feel compelled to justify their decisions or maintain connections out of obligation, the Sigma male understands the power of leaving when the time is right. For him, it's not about running away or ghosting, it's about prioritizing his peace and personal growth over the expectations of others. This trait is deeply rooted in his independence. If an environment becomes toxic, relationships turn manipulative, or he feels his solitude slipping away, he won't hesitate to walk away. There are no dramatic exits, no lengthy explanations, and certainly no guilt. To the Sigma male, his well-being takes precedence over the discomfort his absence might cause others. For those left behind, his sudden disappearance can feel like a punch to the gut. People who rely on emotional validation or a sense of control over others find themselves blindsided. They struggle to process how someone could leave so effortlessly without the need for closure or approval. The Sigma male's unpredictability forces them to confront their own insecurities, the fear of abandonment, the craving for reassurance, and the realization that they never truly had a hold on him. What makes this so terrifying is the finality of it. When a Sigma male walks away, it's not to make a point or seek attention. It's because he's already moved on. And once he's gone for good. No explanations, no second chances, no dramatic returns. For those accustomed to predictable patterns or emotional dependency, this level of detachment feels not only unsettling but almost incomprehensible. This ability to vanish at will is a testament to the Sigma male's unshakable commitment to his values. It's not about disappearing, it's about reclaiming his freedom no matter the cost. Number 6, weaponize their silence. A Sigma male's silence is not passive, it's deliberate, calculated, and often more powerful than any words he could say. While most people rush to defend themselves, explain their intentions, or fill uncomfortable voids with noise, the Sigma male does none of this. Instead, he uses silence as a tool, a weapon that disarms and unsettles those around him. When confronted, he doesn't waste energy arguing or justifying his actions. His refusal to engage verbally forces others into an uncomfortable position. They're left to grapple with their own assumptions and insecurities. The absence of his input creates a vacuum, compelling others to question not only his motives but their own actions. This ambiguity can be deeply unsettling as people are conditioned to expect verbal feedback to gauge where they stand. But his silence is not just a response to conflict, it's a constant in his demeanor. Even in everyday interactions, the Sigma male's measured restraint in speaking creates an air of mystery. People can't decipher if he's silently observing, planning his next move, or simply indifferent. This unpredictability amplifies his presence without him needing to say a word, as those around him instinctively tread more carefully, unsure of what he might be thinking. What makes this weaponization of silence so powerful is its simplicity. It's not an overt display of power, but a quiet assertion of control. The Sigma male doesn't need to prove himself or dominate a conversation. His silence does the work for him. For those who thrive on arguments, manipulation, or emotional reactions, this lack of engagement is maddening. It leaves them disoriented, second-guessing their approach and ultimately realizing they have no leverage. In the end, the Sigma male's silence isn't just a refusal to speak. It's a declaration of independence, a reminder that he operates on his own terms, leaving others to interpret the quiet as they will. Number 7, turn vulnerability into a strategic weapon. Sigma males have a unique approach to vulnerability. They don't see it as a weakness to be hidden, but as a tool to be mastered. While most people shy away from their scars, failures, and emotional pain, Sigma males face them head-on. They turn their vulnerability into a source of strength, a foundation for growth that others find both inspiring and unsettling. By acknowledging their past mistakes and wounds without shame, Sigma males strip away the power those experiences might have had over them. Instead of being defined by their pain, they redefine it, using it as a blueprint for self-awareness and personal evolution. This process allows them to develop a level of emotional resilience that's difficult for others to comprehend. They don't just survive hardship, they absorb the lessons from it and emerge stronger, sharper, and more focused. What makes this so intimidating is the sheer contrast it presents to those who suppress or deny their own vulnerability. In a world where many people are afraid to confront their inner struggles, a Sigma male's openness and ability to thrive despite or even because of his scars is unsettling. It forces others to reflect on their own avoidance and fear, a confrontation many aren't ready to face. More than that, Sigma males use their vulnerability strategically. By owning their imperfections, they become impervious to judgment. No one can use their past against them because they've already confronted and accepted it. This disarming honesty creates an aura of invincibility. People realize that nothing can truly break someone who has already rebuilt themselves from within. This mastery over vulnerability is a testament to the Sigma male's depth and authenticity. It's not just about overcoming pain, it's about transforming it into a weapon of self-empowerment that others can't easily match or understand. Number 8, play the long game. Sigma males excel in playing the long game, a skill that sets them apart in a world obsessed with immediate results. While many people chase quick wins or succumb to the pressure of instant gratification, Sigma males operate on a completely different level. They are patient strategists willing to sacrifice short-term pleasures or victories for long-term success. This approach requires a rare combination of vision and discipline. Sigma males don't act impulsively. Every move they make is calculated to serve a larger purpose. They study situations, anticipate outcomes, and adapt as needed, always keeping their ultimate goal in mind. Even in the face of setbacks, they remain focused, treating obstacles as temporary detours rather than insurmountable barriers. Their ability to stay disciplined and delay gratification is intimidating to those who lack the same level of self-control. In a culture that rewards instant validation and quick payoffs, Sigma males' refusal to conform to this norm can seem almost alien. They aren't swayed by trends, peer pressure, or the need for constant acknowledgement. This independence allows them to move through life with a quiet confidence that unnerves those who seek constant reassurance or chase fleeting successes. What makes their strategy even more effective is their ability to stay under the radar. While others are busy announcing their every move, Sigma males work in silence, revealing their plans only when the time is right. By the time others realize what they've accomplished, the Sigma male has already won the game, without the noise or drama. This mastery of the long game isn't just about achieving goals, it's a reflection of their unwavering commitment to their values and vision. It's a trait that sets them apart, making them not only successful, but also a force that others find difficult to challenge or understand. Number 9, master the art of indifference. One of the most unsettling traits of a Sigma male is his complete and genuine indifference to external judgment. In a world where most people mold themselves to fit in, seek validation, and base their self-worth on others' opinions, the Sigma male stands apart. He doesn't care about pleasing anyone, conforming to societal norms, or earning approval from others. His detachment from these external forces is not an act or a defense mechanism, it's simply who he is. This level of indifference is terrifying because it challenges the very foundation on which others base their existence. People who rely on the opinions of others to feel valued are left questioning their own worth in the presence of a Sigma male. His disregard for social validation is a stark reminder that approval from others is not the key to self-esteem or success. It's a hard truth to face, and it often leaves people feeling exposed. The Sigma male's detachment also manifests in his ability to remain emotionally neutral in situations that would typically trigger reactions in others. He doesn't engage in petty gossip, he doesn't seek attention, and he doesn't waste time chasing fleeting moments of social acceptance. Instead, he moves through life with an unshakable sense of self, rooted in his own values and understanding of his purpose. What makes this indifference so unnerving is the peace and power it represents. The Sigma male doesn't need others to validate his existence because he's already secure in who he is. For those who constantly seek external affirmation, this level of self-sufficiency is both intimidating and incomprehensible. It exposes the fragility of a life built on the approval of others, and it forces them to confront a discomforting truth. Self-worth should never be defined by anyone else's standards. Number 10, adapt to any environment like a chameleon. Sigma males have a rare ability to blend into any environment with remarkable ease, like chameleons that effortlessly adapt to their surroundings. Whether they're in a high-pressure corporate setting, a casual social gathering, or a chaotic public space, they can seamlessly adjust to the dynamics without drawing attention to themselves. What's truly unsettling about this is that they don't need to force themselves into any role or identity to fit in. They simply observe and absorb, remaining a quiet presence on the periphery. This capacity to adapt and stay under the radar is a powerful survival tool. Sigma males don't need to dominate conversations or force their way into the spotlight. Instead, they observe, analyze, and process everything happening around them. They understand the subtle undercurrents of any situation, the power plays, the hidden motives, the unsaid rules, and yet they never fully engage in them. Their ability to blend in without leaving a trace makes them incredibly hard to read. People can't predict what a Sigma male is thinking, what he might do next, or even if he's truly involved in the dynamics at all. He could be standing in a room full of people, yet remain unnoticed, his presence only registering when he decides to make a move. This unpredictability is what fuels the fear others have of Sigma males. In a world where most people are constantly seeking attention or approval, the Sigma male's ability to stay detached and invisible is both fascinating and unnerving. He doesn't conform to any social norms or expectations. Instead, he adapts to whatever situation he finds himself in, without ever revealing his full hand. For those who rely on predictability and control, the Sigma male's elusiveness is a constant reminder that they can't fully understand or anticipate him, making him a mystery that's both compelling and terrifying. In the end, the Sigma male is not just a figure of mystery or indifference, he is a force of nature, operating on his own terms in a world that thrives on conformity and expectation. The traits that make him so terrifying, his ability to disappear at will, his strategic silence, and his fearless embrace of vulnerability, are what allow him to move through life unshaken, while others are often left struggling to understand him. His refusal to play by societal rules, his emotional independence, and his mastery of adaptability make him an enigma that others can't quite grasp or predict. For those who crave approval, control, or instant gratification, the Sigma male's presence forces them to confront uncomfortable truths about their own dependencies and insecurities. The power he wields isn't in force or dominance, but in his ability to remain steadfastly true to himself, unaffected by the external chaos that governs most people's lives. To know a Sigma male is to understand that the true measure of strength isn't in outward power or attention, but in the quiet confidence of someone who can move through the world on their own terms. This detachment, this refusal to conform, makes him a rare breed, one that's not easily understood and certainly not easily controlled. The Sigma male doesn't just survive in a world of unpredictability, he thrives in it, making him not only a terrifying force, but an unstoppable one. If you've made it this far, you now understand what sets the Sigma male apart: his power, his unpredictability, and his unshakable confidence. But there's so much more to uncover. If you want to delve deeper into the mind of a Sigma, explore more powerful insights, and uncover the truths that others won't tell you, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Stay tuned for more exceptional content that challenges the status quo and pushes the boundaries of your understanding. Hit that subscribe button now, because you won't want to miss what's coming next. Bye for now, and see you in the next video.